locked in the game.
PGA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From Kiawah Island, just outside of Charleston, South Carolina, live final round coverage of the Carolina Open. Well, we have already seen 3 scintillating, sometimes spectacular rounds of golf. By the time twilight comes calling later today, we will have a champion as we check the Sunday leaderboard. Our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. That a beauty, safely in the fairway to get this Sunday round started. So after a well-placed drive, this is second from short range. Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. And now down to a man who knows a little bit about this golf course, Nota Begay, with a look here at the birdie putt.
And if you've ever used a putting mat as a holiday gift, this is the putt. Slightly up a hill and dead straight.
Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. He moves to 17 under par. Frank looking out onto that marsh. No doubt there are alligators roaming around. So it's a good time to remind our players that this is where they decide how much of that marsh they want to bite off with the tee shot here.
Yeah, I don't really advise biting too much off, Rich. This is almost an S-shaped par 5. And there's a long run-up down that right side. So basically anything in a straight line, a good tee shot, still going to be able to reach.
This one starting up that left side. Another solid tee shot there, and with a birdie on the card already, he might have a look at this second green in 2. A good 200 yards away from a good lie in the fairway.
Two solid shots at the par 5 and found the green side bunker. Lie looks good. Now, just needed a good bunker shot.
Okay, a good out, and that's what will remain for birdie. Can't ask for a better start to a round than this. It is back-to-back birdies at 1 and 2. And he's got it to minus 18. Now to the third hole. The par 4 is 390 yards. You're going to drive across the marsh. The fairway is expansive. Really, the challenge here is that approach shot. It's a tabletop green. If you miss it, it will be a hard-earned 4, I promise.
Somehow that ball went through the trees. Actually, it didn't scrub too much speed off it. It's going to be all right.
So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. That's good technique, and that is right around 5 feet. Not too bad. A 4-footer here for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he moves to 19 under for the tournament. Frank, a great designer like Pete Dye keeps you on your toes. So after the short third, you come to the long par 4 fourth. This is all you want, especially off the tee. You can let it rip.
You're right. It's a big par 4, that blind tee shot. That's one thing. Those bunkers down the right side. But if you don't find the fairway, irrespective of where that wind's coming from, you start having to zigzag your way around a hole that's nearly 500 yards long.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. This is position A, right in the fairway, and 180 yards to go. This is a 9-footer. That's in. It is a good par here at number 4. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Par 3 fifth here is 207 yards. It's one thing to hit the green, but it's another to navigate it. If you're on the wrong side, you might have a difficult time just two-putting. And this is going to be in the short grass just off to the left. Now short-sided a bit as he sets up his second from left of the green. Yeah, that's a good putt. It is a par here at the 5th. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. I always felt that the best way to play this 6th hole, Frank, was right to left off the tee with the wind coming off your left shoulder. You agree with that? Is that the right way to go?
Yeah, I still think you've got to hit it down that left side. One of Pete Dye's sort of genius architecture and traits is he forces you to aim what you think is in the right direction. Then when you get down there, you realize it's too far to one side. This looks like you should hit it down the right, but promise me, hit it down the right, you're going to be in the rough.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. From the fairway nota, this is second.
He's looking at 96 yards to the front. 102 gets to the hole. The pin is stuck in the front right section of the green.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
The pace absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. He gets it to 20 under par. Kiawah 7th is a par 5 measuring out at 579 yards. If he can take a drive over the edge of that right side bunker area, you'll have a good chance of getting on the green in 2. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. He's been automatic on this front side. This for birdie. Yeah, well done. It's back-to-back birdies here on this front side. And he moves to 21 under par. Second par 3 here on the front side. Frank, would you be happy walking off here with a 3? Or are you getting a little greedy here?
Hey, always greedy, but in the end, I'd certainly take a 3 more days than most. When you look at this green, just have another look and see the angle of it. The green actually angles to the right at about a 30-degree angle. That's actually what tricks most people out when they misread the wind.
Okay, that's going to end up right in the middle of the green. Chance now for another birdie. Oh, how about the run here? That a third consecutive birdie. That means he'll get it to 22 under par. The final hole on this front side is a right to left par 4 at 514 yards. A lone pot bunker right off the tee must be avoided, and most players will be left with a mid to long iron into a green with more than its share of humps and hollows. It's going to be up the left-hand side.
It has been a driving clinic up until that tee shot at the 9th. Going to be very difficult to make birdie from there.
Ball above his feet here as he decides how to play his second. This from 7 feet. Yeah, that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the 9th. And that will make this an even 30 for the front side, going out in 6 under par. The 10th hole at 447 yards has, like most of these holes, a few areas to avoid. The first is the steep-faced bunker right of the fairway, with the second being the large wash encircling the left-hand side on this sloped green. Yeah, good swing and a good result, as that is safely into the fairway. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's very poor from that range.
Now this for another birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And it is looking more and more like it's going to be back-to-back wins in this tournament. Par 5 11th and another scoring opportunity here early on the backside, Frank.
This par 5, it looks very easy to hit it down the left side, but in actual fact, you've got to aim a little down the right side. And the reason why is this fairway actually kicks or cambers from right to left. So anything down the middle, chances are it's going to finish in the rough. Find the fairway, then this hole opens up.
It all looks so simple when you're going good, doesn't it? And that is yet another solid drive. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
This is a 19-foot putt. So that crushed in for par here at 11. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand. Next up, the par 4 12th at 484 yards. The fairway here is one of the most generous on the course, but the closer you get to the hole, the more that lagoon and bunker start to make their presence felt.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
A left to right breeze, something to consider here as he eyes this second shot.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
Chance now for another birdie. Not quite online, and that'll drift a couple feet by. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. 2021 PGA Championship. This par 4 13th hole was a nightmare for a number of players, including Louis Oosthuizen and the eventual champion, Phil Mickelson. What makes it so hard, Frank?
There's nothing comfortable on this hole, Rich. It's actually one of my favorite holes. And one of the reasons why, you see the sort of sandy bunkery area there on that left side, all perfectly in play for a tee shot. So now the decision is, do I hit it short of them? If I do, I have a longer second shot. Do I challenge them? Well, if I don't find the fairway, now I'm in bigger problems. And that's just the tee shot. The second shot, that water laps almost right up to that right edge of the green. I think it's a great par 4.
He just keeps motoring right along. Another good tee shot right there. A second shot looming here from right around 165 yards.
And that ball looked good in the air. You'd like it to be a little closer, but still inside 40 feet. Just going to have to be careful with the lag putting.
This will require the full attention. A huge swing left to right on this putt. Just trying to get it in there close. Okay, I'd call that an acceptable effort from that range. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain at 23 under par. The first of our holes where that ocean really comes into view is this one, the par 3 14. Go ahead, soak it all in, breathe that ocean air. It's nice, isn't it? But you'll need to snap to quickly because at 238 yards, this is no ordinary par 3. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either. Sitting up in the short grass. Frank, how hard is the up and down from this spot?
Rich, the numbers don't lie. The best players in the world barely get it up and down 50% of the time from here. So that's the odds. Don't think they're stacked in your favor.
12 feet still to go. Oh, that'll bring a wry smile. A very good putt there to save his par. And he'll remain right where he is. On to the 15th, a par 4 at 466 yards. Plenty of room in the fairway off the tee, making this definitely a second shot hole. Because trust me, you do not want to miss left and find yourself in a waste area you need a ladder to get in and out of.
Really starting to make a hard game look easy. Drive after drive has been superb. And this one, well, as we like to say, is in the mayor's office.
Wind coming from his right as he gets set for his second.
Maybe a little too pumped up there. That just flew past the flag, but still an outside chance for a birdie.
Now this for another birdie. Oh, yes, a perfect putt there. It is in for birdie here at 15. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. The final par 5 of the round comes here at the 16th. You'd be forgiven for turning this into a 3-shotter because whatever you do, you will need to avoid that deep area left of the green. Well, the rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. absolutely can do no wrong. Dialed in, and that is an eagle, and this is a spectacular round of golf. Now to one of the most famous holes in recent major championship golf, the 17th, the par 3. And Frank, I don't want to plant seeds of doubt, but when I stare at this hole with the water, I'm thinking about disaster and calamity. It's all right there, isn't it?
It's all happened here, Rich. This hole has a memory. The first time we ever saw it on TV was in the 1991 Ryder Cup, and it was the deciding hole. So many of the best players in the world actually found water. For example, even just this finish. Remember Colin Montgomery playing Mark Calcavecchia? Colin Montgomery finished bogey, bogey, double bogey, bogey, and won all 4 holes. But this one, you just try and survive. That rough is obviously much thicker than we were all expecting this week. Consequently, took a lot of speed off that shot.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. He's going to stay at 26 under par. Well, you know you're playing a great hole when Pete Dye, one of the greatest architects of all time and the man who dreamed up this magnificent ocean course here at Kiawah Island, when Pete Dye said, this is his favorite hole. Enjoy it. Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Now note his second from the fairway.
158 yards left to the hole. Pin is very accessible here, right in the center of the green.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
This is in the 30-foot range here. It's for birdie. That should just about wrap this one up. It's a birdie at 18, and I think go ahead and celebrate because that lead now is close to insurmountable. Well, that about wraps things up for us here today. I'd like to thank my partner, Frank Nobilo. Enjoyed it, Frank?
Certainly did, Rich. Once again, the golf course provided more than a stern test.
And for the entire team, I'm Rich Lerner. Until next time.